Imagine walking through a forest, the ground beneath your feet teeming with life. You might think of animals and insects, but what about mushrooms? The idea that mushrooms can think might sound like science fiction. However, recent research suggests that fungi are more intelligent than we ever imagined. Fungi play crucial roles in ecosystems, breaking down organic matter and forming symbiotic relationships with plants. The concept of fungal intelligence is gaining traction among scientists. They are discovering that fungi exhibit behaviors that suggest a form of problem-solving and communication. Fungi have a unique way of sensing their surroundings. Unlike animals, they don't have eyes, ears, or noses. Instead, they use their entire body to interact with the environment. This body, known as the mycelium, is a network of thread-like structures called hyphae. These hyphae spread through soil, wood, and other substrates, absorbing nutrients and water. The mycelium can detect changes in its environment, such as variations in temperature, moisture, and the presence of other organisms. It can sense chemical signals from plants and other fungi, allowing it to respond to environmental cues. Fungi also exhibit behaviors that suggest a form of memory. For example, they can remember the location of food sources and grow towards them. The way fungi sense their environment is sophisticated and efficient. The mycelium network is often compared to the internet. Just as the internet connects computers, the mycelium connects plants and other organisms in a forest. This network allows fungi to communicate and share resources over long distances. Scientists refer to this as the Wood Wide Web. Through the mycelium, fungi can transfer nutrients and water to plants. In return, plants provide fungi with sugars produced through photosynthesis. This mutualistic relationship is vital for the health of ecosystems. The mycelium network also allows fungi to communicate with each other. They can send chemical signals to warn of dangers, such as the presence of pathogens or changes in environmental conditions. This communication helps fungi coordinate their actions and adapt to challenges. Fungi communicate in ways that are both fascinating and mysterious. They use chemical signals to send messages to each other and to plants. These signals can convey information about the availability of nutrients, the presence of threats, and other important factors. One way fungi communicate is through the release of volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. These compounds can travel through the air and soil, allowing fungi to send messages over long distances. For example, when a fungus detects a pathogen, it can release VOCs to warn neighboring fungi and plants. Researchers have discovered that mycelium can transmit electrical impulses, similar to the way nerves transmit signals in animals. These electrical signals can coordinate the growth and behavior of fungi, helping them respond to environmental changes. Recent scientific studies have shed light on the behavior of fungi, revealing their surprising capabilities. Researchers have conducted experiments to test how fungi respond to different stimuli and make decisions. These studies provide evidence that fungi exhibit behaviors that can be considered intelligent. One study found that fungi can navigate mazes to find food sources. In these experiments, fungi were placed in mazes with multiple paths. They consistently chose the shortest and most efficient routes to reach their food. Another study showed that fungi can anticipate future conditions. When exposed to regular cycles of light and dark, fungi adjusted their growth patterns in anticipation of these cycles. These studies challenge the traditional view of fungi as simple organisms. They reveal a level of complexity and adaptability that is often associated with higher forms of life. Fungi make decisions based on the information they gather from their environment. These decisions are not conscious in the way humans think, but they involve complex processes that result in adaptive behaviors. Fungi use a process called chemotropism to decide where to grow. They detect chemical gradients in their environment and grow towards areas with higher concentrations of nutrients. This decision-making process is guided by the information they receive through their hyphae. Fungi also make decisions about resource allocation. When faced with limited resources, they prioritize certain activities over others. For example, they may focus on repairing damaged hyphae or expanding their network to find new food sources. The decision-making abilities of fungi highlight their adaptability and resilience. They show that intelligence is not limited to animals with brains, but can be found in diverse forms of life. The discovery of fungal intelligence has profound implications for science and our understanding of the natural world. It challenges the traditional view of intelligence as a trait unique to humans and certain animals. It suggests that intelligence can take many forms and can be found in unexpected places. One implication is that we need to rethink our approach to studying intelligence. Instead of focusing solely on animals with brains, we should explore the diverse ways in which different organisms interact with their environments. This broader perspective can lead to new insights and discoveries. Understanding fungal intelligence can lead to innovations in fields such as agriculture, medicine, and environmental management. The implications of fungal intelligence extend beyond science. They challenge us to rethink our relationship with nature and to recognize the intelligence and agency of all living beings. The concept of fungal intelligence invites us to broaden our definition of intelligence. Traditionally, intelligence has been associated with cognitive abilities such as reasoning, problem-solving, and communication. However, fungi demonstrate that intelligence can manifest in different ways. Fungi do not have brains or nervous systems, yet they exhibit behaviors that suggest a form of intelligence. This challenges the idea that intelligence requires a central nervous system. Rethinking intelligence also involves recognizing the intelligence of other non-animal organisms, such as plants and bacteria. These organisms exhibit behaviors that are adaptive and responsive to their environments. This broader view of intelligence has philosophical implications. It encourages us to appreciate the diversity of life and the many ways in which different organisms navigate their worlds. The study of fungal intelligence is still in its early stages, but it holds great promise for the future. As we continue to explore the capabilities of fungi, we may uncover new insights into the nature of intelligence and the complexity of life. This research can transform our understanding of the natural world and our place within it. Fungal intelligence also has practical applications that can benefit society. By learning from fungi, we can develop new technologies and practices that are sustainable and resilient. The future of fungal research is exciting and full of potential. It invites us to look beyond traditional boundaries and to embrace a more inclusive and holistic view of life. In conclusion, the idea that mushrooms can think is not as far-fetched as it may seem. As we continue to study and learn from fungi, we may discover new ways of understanding and interacting with the world around us.